Like if you found the video valuable. The Aurora's edge was a sleek silver dart cutting through the velvet darkness of the Veil Nebula, its hull reflecting the pale shimmer of starlight. Captain Rynn Holt stood at the viewport, arms folded, eyes narrowed at the cosmic tapestry outside. This part of space was uncharted, a place where sensors flickered, and whispers on long-range comms told of ships that never came back. "Coordinates locked," said Zarek, the ship's pilot. "We cross the Veil's rim in 3 minutes." Rynn didn't respond immediately. She had learned in her years on the frontier that silence often said more than words. She tapped her comm. "All hands, secure for entry. If the stories are true, we're sailing into something that bends more than space." As the Aurora's edge crossed into the Veil, reality seemed to ripple. The stars outside wavered like reflections on water, and the ship's instruments went wild. Lights dimmed, flickered, then flared back. "Gravimetric readings are off the charts," muttered Kayla, the ship's science officer. "Something's folding around us." Then, over the comms, came a voice. It was faint, full of static, but unmistakably human. "Aurora, turn back, not safe?" Kayla paled. "Captain, that was our own transponder code. But the signal's timestamp, it's from 22 years in the future." Before they could process it, the viewport lit up. Out of the swirling nebula drifted another ship, an antique freighter with scorch marks on its hull. The strangest part, it was flickering, as if phasing in and out of existence. Through its cracked cockpit glass, Rynn swore she saw people, dozens of them, frozen mid-movement, like statues trapped in time. Then came another anomaly. Crew members on Aurora's edge began to vanish. First it was Engineer Dara, his wrench clattering to the deck as he disappeared in a burst of light. Then Medic Lyra, mid-sentence, simply gone. The ship's AI reported temporal displacement, but couldn't track where, or when, they had gone. "Captain," Zarek said, eyes wide. "We're not just lost in space. We're slipping in time." Rynn gritted her teeth. "Find the source." Kayla traced the disturbances to a massive, swirling rift deeper in the Veil. It pulsed like a heartbeat, each throb sending waves of distortion through space. And in its glow, a shadow moved, a colossal, vaguely humanoid shape woven from threads of light and darkness. "It's not just a rift," Kayla whispered. "It's alive." As they approached, the voice returned. "You seek the edges of time. You are mine now." Rynn tightened her grip on the console. "We don't belong to anyone. Prepare the time drive, overload if necessary." The Aurora's edge roared forward, engines screaming against the pull of the living rift. Lights flashed red, metal groaned, crew members clung to whatever they could as the rift's tendrils of light lashed against the hull. Then Rynn did something reckless. She ordered Zarek to sync the ship's chronometric core with the rift's pulse. If they matched it perfectly for just a moment, they might slip between beats, escaping the rift's hold. Zarek's hands flew over the controls. "On your mark, Captain. 3, 2, 1, now." The ship jolted violently. Space outside exploded into blinding light. For a moment, Rynn thought they'd been ripped apart. But then, silence. The stars returned. The nebula faded behind them. The Aurora's edge floated in calm, familiar space. Crew members who had vanished reappeared in place, dazed but alive. Kayla checked her readings. "We're back, exactly where we entered." "But, Captain," she turned the screen toward Rynn. The timestamp said they were 2 years before they had even launched their mission. Rynn stared at the stars, feeling the weight of what they had escaped, and what they might have brought back with them. Because, faintly, from the ship's darkened corridors, came the same voice again. "You cannot outrun the edges of time." And deep in the cargo hold, a single silver thread of the rift's light writhed, alive.